Good morning and welcome you all to this session of solving problem on steam nozzle. Problem 1. Dry saturated steam at 5 bar with negligible velocity expands in a convergent nozzle to 1 bar and dryness fraction 0.94. Determine the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle. Consider a convergent nozzle. 1 indicates the inlet of the nozzle and 2 indicates the exit of the nozzle. Area of the convergent nozzle decreases from inlet to outlet. Steam enters at 1 and leaves at 2. Now we have to write the given data. At state 1, the steam is dry saturated and 5 bar pressure. So initial pressure P1 equal to 5 bar and with negligible velocity. So initial velocity C1 equal to 0. Expands in a convergent nozzle to 1 bar. After expansion in the nozzle at state 2, the pressure P2 equal to 1 bar and the dryness fraction 0.94. So x2 value is 0.94. If we know the value of x, then the steam is in wet condition. Determine the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle. So we have to find out the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2. Now we can solve this problem using Mollier chart. Before going to solve this problem, we have to know the formula for finding the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle. C2 equal to square root of 2 into H1 minus H2 plus C1 square. H1 is the enthalpy of steam at the inlet in joules per kilogram. H2 is the enthalpy of steam leaving the nozzle in joules per kilogram. C1 is the initial velocity of steam at the entry of nozzle. This equation can be obtained from the steady flow energy equation H1 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus dQ by dm equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2 plus GZ2 plus dWx by dm. Here H1 and H2 are the enthalpy values at the inlet and exit of the convergent nozzle, and C1 and C2 are the velocity of steam at the inlet and exit of the nozzle respectively, and GZ1 and GZ2 are the potential energy of steam at the entry of the nozzle and the exit of the nozzle respectively. Then dQ by dm is the heat transfer and dWx by dm is the work transfer. So we know nozzle does not produce or absorb any work. Therefore, dWx by dm is neglected. Then assume the nozzle is a well insulated device. Therefore, no heat transfer across the system boundary. Therefore, dQ by dm is also equal to 0. Now we know the steam entering and exit are at the same level. Therefore, the change in potential energy GZ1, GZ2 values are also equal to 0. So after neglecting all these terms, the equation is reduced to H1 plus C1 square by 2 equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2. From this equation, we have obtained this velocity equation. Now, this equation can be rewritten as C2 equal to square root of 2000 into H1 minus H2 plus C1 square. Here we have to multiply the h1 minus h2 value by 1000. So we know from the steam table and molar diagram we get the value of specific enthalpies h1 and h2 in kilojoule per kilogram. So for converting kilojoule per kilogram to joules per kilogram, we have to multiply that value with 1000. In our problem, the value of initial velocity c1 is neglected. Therefore, this equation can be reduced to c2 equal to square root of 2000 into h1 minus h2, where h1 is the enthalpy of steam at the inlet of the nozzle in kilojoule per kilogram and h2 is the enthalpy of steam at the exit of the nozzle in kilojoule per kilogram. See, this is the molar diagram. The y-axis of this diagram represents specific enthalpy in kilojoule per kilogram and the x-axis represents specific entropy in kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. This dark curve indicates saturation line. The region below the saturation line is known as wet region and the region above the saturation line is known as superheated region. These curves perpendicular to the saturation line is known as constant pressure curves. The curves parallel to saturation curves are known as constant dryness fraction curves. So in our problem we have to find out the exit velocity c2. For calculating the exit velocity we have to know the value of specific enthalpy h1 and h2. In our problem, at state 1 the steam is dry saturated and a pressure of 5 bar. So from the molar diagram we have to mark the point 1. So for marking the point 1, the pressure 5 bar, this is the 5 bar pressure line and steam is dry saturated. So this is the dry saturation curve. So both are intersecting at this point. So this is the point 1. Now mark the point 1. From point 1 we have to draw a line towards y-axis and from y-axis we have to measure the corresponding enthalpy value. That is h1 equal to 2740 kilojoule per kilogram. Now we have to mark the second point. So at state 2 the pressure P2 equal to 1 bar and x2 equal to 0.94. So pressure P2, this is the 1 bar pressure line and x2 equal to 0.94. This is x equal to 0.94. So both are intersecting at this point. So mark point 2 here. Now from 2 draw a line towards y-axis and measure the value of specific enthalpy H2 equal to 2540 kilojoule per kilogram. We know the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2 equal to square root of 2000 into H1 minus H2. The values of H1 and H2 can be obtained from the molar diagram. That values are H1 equal to 2740 kilojoule per kilogram and H2 equal to 2540 kilojoule per kilogram. Now substituting these values in the velocity equation, we get C2 equal to square root of 2000 into 2740 minus 2540. Therefore C2 equal to 632.45 meters per second. So our answer is velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2 equal to 632.45 meters per second. Thank you.